Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Focus Poetry with Ms. Chavez. Today we're going to be looking at the poem, excuse my mouse, The Red-Eyed Tree Frog. And this is kind of a fun one that I really have enjoyed this poem. It's short, but it's a lot of fun. So if I look, I've got my title. I don't have a poet, so it's anonymous or unknown. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 stanzas, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines. Now what I could have done is I could have just counted by twos and said 2, 4, 6, 8, because each stanza has the same number of lines. So let's read it. The red-eyed tree frog, tomato eyes, catches flies, orange toes, loves to pose, matchsticks legs, hatches from eggs, swallows bugs, lives on t-shirts and coffee mugs. Now, unless you know what a red-eyed tree frog looks like, this one's kind of hard to imagine. But if I look, tomato eyes, what do you think his eyes would look like? You're right. Big old round tomatoes. Big round tomatoes. And catches flies. Well, most frogs do catch bugs or insects. Flies just happen to be one of them. Orange toes. So somehow I know on the end of that frog foot, he's going to have some orange toes. Loves to pose. Pose is like he likes to be shown off. Take my picture. Look at me. I'm so special. That's kind of what this frog likes to do. Matchstick legs. Now, in case you don't know what a matchstick looks like, it's a match. I think you might light a birthday candle or something like that. Looks kind of like that. This is usually either red or black, and then it's got either a wooden or a paper stick. Matchsticks usually have a wooden stick here. Hatches from eggs. So we know the life cycle has to have an egg. So if I have the life cycle, I know that there will be an egg, and I know there will be an adult. So somehow I know that in the life cycle, there's going to be an egg and adult. I don't know all the stages because our poem doesn't tell us that. But from science class, I bet you can figure it out. Okay, swallows bugs. Well, he must really like to eat because up here it says catches flies and swallows bugs. I think he likes to eat a lot. Lives on t-shirts and coffee mugs. That makes no sense to me. But once I show you the picture, it'll all come clear. So up until this line, we know we're talking about a frog. But when it comes to line 8, lives on t-shirts and coffee mugs. Well, I don't know about you, but I really don't want on a t-shirt or a mug to have bugs crawling around on it so a frog can jump out and eat it. That's not quite what the poem means. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to switch the share and show you a little bit more. Okay, this is a red-eyed tree frog. I want to read the poem again, and I want you to look at what it says. Okay, stanza 1 says tomato eyes. Look at his eyes. Those are pretty big and look a lot like tomatoes to me. Catches flies. Well, look at this big old mouth. I'm sure he's got a long tongue in there too to catch the flies. He has orange toes. Ooh, it's a lot like what we were thinking about. He loves to pose. Matchstick legs. Look how long and skinny those are. Got a top on them, just like we said, and that would be the stick part. Hatches from eggs, that's the life cycle. Swallows bugs. Now here's the reason I have these two pictures. He lives on t-shirts. Rainforest Cafe, some other nature preserve. Have you seen some kind of shirts, maybe at the Museum of Natural Science, seen a shirt that has a red-eyed tree frog on it? Or a mug that has a red-eyed tree frog on it. Now, something I know about doing research on this poem is that a red-eyed tree frog is the mascot for Save the Rainforest. And there are rainforests that are being cut down like crazy. And the way that people are trying to get others to realize that, hey, this is not cool because these guys are losing their homes, is they show pictures of this cute little guy and they say, you know, look, he's got blue down his sides, he's got big red eyes, orange fingers, he's very cool, but yet he's only about this big. It's pretty little. But he is the mascot for Save the Rainforest. So you'll see him on mugs and you'll see him on t-shirts. So when the poem says about lives on t-shirts and coffee mugs, this is what it means. All right, let me go back and do the other share where we were. Okay, so going back here, this is what I was talking about. Swallows bugs, lives on t-shirts and coffee mugs. So what do you think they're trying to get you to do? You're right. Save the rainforest. And one of the biggest restaurants that try and contribute to Save the Rainforest is the Rainforest Cafe in Katy Mills Mall. Maybe you've been there. You might even see a red-eyed tree frog there. I know you can also see them in real life. If you go to the Natural History Museum, they may have them, but I know the zoo has them also. So red-eyed tree frogs are quite interesting with their tomato eyes and their orange toes and their matchstick legs. So see if you can find one and what could you do to save the rainforest. All right. Thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.